Are we good? All right, music's running. I think we're live. What's up, party people? How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Hopefully all of you guys are well. Shout out to everyone who has stopped by. Stinky Idiot, what a name. Pika, what's up, Pika? How we doing? King Sean, Michael. Shout out to Professor Rowan as well, and Aris guy. Thank you guys all so much for stopping by. Sorry, I know I usually stream at noon. I'm a little bit late. I do apologize for that. I've had an absolutely extremely busy day, like crazy busy day. So I do apologize for the delay, but I've got some exciting news. I got the internet bumped up, so we've got some crazy good. We got gigabyte. We got up to a full-on gigabyte of speed is what I was informed as of this morning. So hopefully we should have 0 internet issues. So super stoked about that. But without further ado, of course, as always, make sure to leave a like, comment down below. And if you aren't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do weekly giveaways each and every week. All you have to do to win is just leave a comment and like on any of the videos Monday, Wednesday, Friday that we post. And like I said, be subscribed. We announced our winners yesterday. And if you just really like our live streams as well, this is kind of an opportunity for you to ask questions, or if you want to talk to me about a certain topic, we'll go all over the place with that. But shout out to the new people. This is the first time that you've been a part of our Q&As. But yeah, let's get things started. But let's see, to King Sean, been going down in price every time I look at it. Yeah, that's kind of just how it works with general just individual cards, especially when a set just officially drops. But do you think BS will climb up? I predict that it will in time. I'm a recent follower and watched your discussion on how trading cards factors in price, e.g. World Current Events, PSA, TCG. Yeah, no, I mean, BS will definitely climb up over time. The question we're really asking ourselves right now is that has Wave 2 prices affected it to a point where we're at the current bottom, or are we going to wait another week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and it's going to eventually find its bottom relatively soon? Either way, I do think we will more than likely get either a Wave 3 or a reprinted wave, however you want to look at it, down the road. But of course, as I mentioned many times before, general kind of strategies for the short to medium term is I like to play the waves in regards to when I find that opportunity to purchase. Because hypothetically speaking, what's to say that we don't get another reprint for 3-4 months? You buy in at 115, price goes all the way up to 160, 170, 180. You sell before you hear the news of reprint news from me or from some other YouTuber. You just made yourself, $40, $30 a booster box, and then wave crashes, goes back down to 110, 115, 100. Boom, you just made yourself a ton of profit. So that's where we like to make these kind of predictions in the channel. At Michael, positive, it will. Sets always increase the value. How long usually? Yeah, exactly. Even the sets that aren't desirable go over time. Yep, it's just basic supply and demand economic theory. So, this is a deflationary asset. So basically over time, as more and more of it gets opened up, and then there's less in circulation. So even if the demand for the product is very low, the supply will always diminish, which will then in turn cause more of an imbalance on the demand side, where there will be more demand for supply. Glad to be able to catch this stream. Love to see it, Pika Pika. Even if only for half an hour. Oh, dang, you're only gonna be here for half an hour? Well, I appreciate you stopping by. Regardless, Pika, like I said, I apologize. I started late. I've had a super busy day. Anyone have some insider information tips on how to snipe product from big box stores, Walmart, Target? It seems like everything I go there, shelves are empty. See, that's a really hard one to say, Professor. I personally have a relationship with my Walmart lady, so I literally have her phone number. So in case ever new product comes up, she'll always let me know about it. And the purpose of that is actually not for me to buy product, because I don't even know the last time I bought product. I think the last time I bought product from Walmart was at least 6 months ago, when they came out with the Sword and Shield base set. I bought one of each so I could get the so I could add it to my collection for the ETBs. I just like to get those updates whenever a new product comes in, because then I can let you guys know immediately as soon as she sees it on the distributors list. But as far as it goes, it's really hard to say. Usually trying to have an in with one of the people that's in charge of that, or at least trying to catch and see what the times of when your distributor drops product is usually what I would first recommend. Bad friend, the staff members of the store. Yeah, you guys are helping them out with that. I think all sets will go in price. Yep, no, just exactly what we just talked about. What's good? What's good? Struggle continues. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Professor. I wish I could tell you more. It's definitely tough. All good. Can always catch the replays. Hello, can be frustrating. But hello, what's up, Northwood? How we doing, brother? Thanks for stopping by. Northwood in the house, baby. Northwood in the house. How's it going? We're going well, brother. Just doing a Q&A for the time, but I've been trading sleeves, cards, full arts, doing well. Hope you're doing good too. Good to hear. What's up, that one guy? Third stream in a row. I'm able to catch. Let's go, brother. Been listening while studying to test in college, so wish me luck. Hey, best of luck, brother. You'll have to let me know what your major is. Hopefully you made the right decision. Just kidding. Kind of. Doing well, man. Love your content. Keep up the good work. That's good to hear, Spencer. I'm glad things are doing well, and I appreciate your support as always. Have you seen prices of competitive singles start to uptick now that the competitive play is slowly starting to come back? You think it'll hold up? A set like FS would be good considering Mew is the top. What's up? What's up, James? How we doing, brother? Smash the like all. Hell yeah, baby. Yeah, I 100% agree with that, Dan. Actually, we were talking about this not that long ago on the channel. Man, look how quick that loaded. Feels kind of good, guys, to have that gigabyte. I just wanna put that out there. No delays today, ladies and gentlemen. But let's take a set like Evolving Skies, for example. So if we go to Evolving Skies, and we actually take a look at, actually, you know what? We're gonna make this a little bit faster. Duraludon VMAX. So this was something that was discussed about when the Arceus set came out. So if you look at the past month of what's kind of been happening, obviously it's kind of started to tick down recently, but when it first came out after the initial release of Brilliant Star, as you can see, even the lead up to it, the price went from $6 all the way up to $13 because this is a card that competitively synergizes really well with that kind of Arceus V-Star play. Obviously it's gone down, but even if you got it at that kind of bottom price point of $5, you've almost, you know, made around 70-80% just purely off the card value. So I 100% agree with you. And then if you want to go back to Fusion Strike, because you said Fusion Strike obviously has a lot of competitively viable cards, I agree with you in that. We can take a look at some uncommon cards, one of the biggest ones that I talked about, and specifically you'll see that kind of niche pocket in regards to competitive play shortly after a set has started to, you know, be released several weeks after, because there's been a lot of test play with it with the general market. But if we take a look at the 6 month, you know, obviously the set came out sometime early November. You see that the price for it kind of came out slowly, and then people saw search your deck for up to 3 Pokemon Vs was amazing, of course. And then you start to see right before it had its reprint near the end of the month, it got all the way up to 225, and then obviously it's kind of flatlined since. I mean, technically speaking, because you saw that it was a competitively viable card, you still made profit if you did get in at the absolute low. But of course, you know, right before that kind of reprint, Wave 3, however you want to look at it, it did have its kind of top out point, in which, oopsie, let's get rid of that timer on the bottom left, and that if you caught right before the reprint, you could have gotten in at a really nice price. So yeah, no, there's definitely a lot of factors in regards to looking at singles for sure. Any opinion on staff pre-release cards that are super cheap? Didn't realize some are $5 to $10. Do you have any in particular that you're kind of looking at there, Spencer? Because I would say that, if I'm being completely honest, I am not the most knowledgeable when it comes to general staff pre-release cards, just mainly because the only ones that I personally know a lot about are just, you know, like the Charizard from like XY Evolutions and some of the other ones. Northwoods, so I don't want to kind of throw you off. I don't want to throw you off and say I have a ton of experience on that. Now that regional tournaments play start again, watch your big. What do you mean by big? Bulk cards for prices to rise. Yeah, no, Northwoods, I 100% agree with you on that one. So that's literally, it's funny you say that. I have about 20,000 cards of bulk that I've just stored, probably like 2025 that I have just stored right now that I'm just going to keep off the market because, you know, it's finally happened. Like, you know, the COVID restrictions are done, tournaments are ready to go. So bulk prices, I mean, obviously you saw a huge influx in demand, which caused a lot of it to kind of crash. But like you're saying, lead up to August, especially coming in Worlds, you're going to see a lot of bulk prices start to rise up again, and you're going to see a lot of individually competitively viable cards go up in value. So 100% agree with you on that. Hey, what's up, pleb? Nothing much, brother. We just started about 20 minutes ago. Wow, okay. So I guess there was a 10-minute countdown timer, to be fair. So we've been only talking for about 10 minutes, just talking right now about how the competitive landscape is going to affect things, and then what kind of determines if we are in the bottom or not. Taylor Made, what's up, my guy? Bought some Bird Staff pre-releases fairly cheap. Oh, that's good to hear. Alex, anyway, you can turn down the music. Yes, I apologize that profusely. I'm gonna put it down to like, hopefully this is low enough. I apologize if it was, if it's a little too loud. I thought I had it at the right point, so let me know if the music's a lot better now, Alex. So hopefully it's not too distracting. I usually only run music for, when I do breaks, but I thought, you know, why not have a little bit of music in the background when I have a discussion, so it doesn't hurt as long as it's not super annoying. And it's pretty calming music too, since it is the Pokemon Chill playlist. Ognorat, thanks for stopping by, brother. Any initial thoughts on the Pokemon Go set? I know not much has been shown, but I feel like it's a gimmick set. So it's so funny you asked me that question. I was having that discussion literally like a couple days ago with one of the moderators here, Raheem, and he was straight up telling me, he's like, this set is going to be an absolute bust. It's going to be crap, because one of the images that came out for the set, it's the special collection. I can actually show it if you guys want to take a look between our conversation, but it was the special collection Team Instinct, and this is kind of what it's going to be look like. 6 booster packs, 1 trainer promo, and it's going to be so bad. What a waste. That's kind of his personal thought process behind it. Honestly, it's too early for me to kind of call it right now, but I will tell you, if we're going off of what happened with the Pokemon Detective Pikachu set, then yeah, no, definitely not the best. Derek, hey, what's up, Derek? Thanks for the super chat. I really appreciate it. I'm here by order of the Peaky Blinders. So I am on, Derek. I am on. First off, shout out to you. Appreciate you for the $2. Seriously. I am actually on season 4, episode 2. So actually, wait, where are you? Before I spoil anything, where are you? I want to make sure that I know, because I want to get into it a little bit with you. But yeah, dude. Oh my God, it's crazy, bro. But yeah, I think honestly, if it does follow Ignorant, it's gonna follow more than likely what happened with Detective Pikachu. Detective Pikachu bombed as a set. I hope not. It could be a super gimmicky set. I agree with you. That is currently what my interpretations of what it's gonna be. But I want to still hold my reserves, because it could be good as far as we know, but honestly, it looks pretty gimmicky. Adrian, yo, thanks for the packs. Hey, congratulations once again on winning, Adrian. Speaking of music playing, it's great, LOL. It's a playlist. Yes, so it is a playlist. You can actually just look it up on YouTube. So I've used this for a while. It's called Relaxing Pokemon Music Compilation 1. It's by Breaks. So I want to give them their credit where credit is due. But just saw the announcement of BS Waves 3 coming away. Pika, I would love to hear where you heard that information from, because I would love to go do a little bit more research on that. DeKing should have done this set in 2016. I agree with you 100% on that, DeKing. But technically, that's what Evolutions was, so it's definitely a little, too late for that. They could have definitely done it earlier. Elmuffalo, you're grown-ass man treating Pokemon like the stock market. All right. I'm a true collector born in 1992. The real fans know the deal. Hey, man, I mean, that's obviously to your own personal opinion. That's great that you find it that way and you enjoy collecting the set, but I'm going to ask that you still be respectful in the chat as far as it goes, so I would appreciate it if you kind of tone down the language a little bit. So we enjoy to collect the set. As you can probably see in the background, I have a large collection myself, and then I also like to make, a little bit of profit off of it, because it is a set that has, or it is a hobby that has shown to make a lot of money. So if you disagree with that, then you can always leave a dislike on the video. But obviously, I'm not going to be able to change your mind. So all I ask is that if you just are going to be chilling here, just be a little bit respectful. Sorry, you meant BRS? BRS. What is BRS, Pika? Because I was saying you mean say BS, Burning Shadows, versus BRS is Brilliant Stars. Oh my God, dude. Holy crap, Derek. You're so far ahead. It does have a Pokemon Center ETB, though. Really, Raheem? Thanks for stopping by, Raheem, and doing that. That is awesome to hear that it has Pokemon Center ETB. Wait, is it on the Japanese Pokemon Center ETB? Let's take a look at that right now, actually. So let's go to the Pokemon Center right now. Oh, look at all the plushes. Wow, it is the season of grass plushes. Or green, I should say. This is not grass, and neither is this. Let's go with Elite Trainer boxes. Is this on the Japanese one? It must be on the Japanese. Man, this sold out again. Huh, interesting. Pokemon Center Japan. Is it on Pokemon Center Japan? How to order from Pokemon Center Japan. I want to read this a little bit more before I just start wasting my time. Danny Phantom just announced Wave 3 of Brilliant Stars coming in May. That is good to know. I will actually look into that, Maddie. I will look at his most recent video. So that's actually pretty big. I didn't know we were going to be getting a Wave 3 for Brilliant Star. I wonder how much this is going to affect the prices. Derek, I want to answer your questions on, or actually I want to talk to you about Peaky Blinders in just 1 second. I want to get caught up before I get behind. Hey, John, thanks for stopping by. I'm glad to have you here and looking forward to the Q&A as well. You guys usually bring amazing questions. So, Alex, got 2 Shiny Fates ETBs from you in the mail yesterday. Shipping was excellent. Thanks a lot. Hey, I appreciate that, brother. I always try to be, I would say for the most part, I'm pretty good when it comes to protection of packages. I think of the over 1,000 packages I've shipped out, I think I've had 1 or 2 that have been damaged, and we always make sure to take care of you guys. Taylor said, third wave, nice. Dub, any updates on ES reprints so far? No updates, but I of course will let you guys know when I hear it first thing. I think Pokemon International is too smart to whiff after Detective Pikachu. That was one of the biggest ones for Pokemon Go Mewtwo. Where's our Mewtwo VMAX, V-Star, and the non-holo rares? I agree with you on that, Plebsaurus, but also at the same time, you know, they have, you know what? They've been hitting a lot on the head when it comes to the sets, so I would like to believe that what you're saying is right, but you never know. They do miss every so often. Who's the guy talking smack? I don't see his comment here in the chat. That's probably because Raheem censored the chat. So shout out to Raheem and the mods for helping out on the channel. So, but where did I get a notification from? Oh, Poke Beach. Oh, here's another thing. I actually just got something from Raheem. So let's see if we can open this up. TPCG has revealed a product for the lineup for this summer special. Yeah, so here's what it's going to be looking like. Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. Oh, so I see what you're saying. Thanks for showing that to me, Raheem. So it looks like they are going to have an Elite Trainer Box Pokemon Center one, but it just hasn't been released yet for English. That's what you mean by that. Awesome. Thanks for showing that, Raheem. 4 ETBs per Walmart in Southern Oregon for Evolution ETBs. Missed them yesterday. Dude, that's tough. Yeah, I talked to my lady and she said that she hasn't received any recently. There was Darkness Ablaze in stock. I went and checked this morning. She said she'll let me know if the Evolutions come in stock though, because I want to make sure I can keep track of that so we can see if this is really true or not. But dang, that's tough, dude. Pokerev just opened up a Pokemon Rumble box. I actually watched that, John, and it looks like a really cool box. I never thought I would say that, but actually looked pretty clean, but call me a Gen 4 lover. But also the designs on the cards were more than just Gen 1. It had a Venusaur, so it's pretty cool. Check Ben Walmart's. They'll have them this week. You think so, Michael? What makes you so confident about that? I hope you're right, dude. I love your channel. Hey, thanks, Will. And what you're fine. Thanks for your regular market analysis. I appreciate that, brother, and I appreciate your continued support. Seriously, it means a lot. Eli, great content. You were Dan, the only YouTubers I watched consistently. Hey, I appreciate that, Rad. Hey, that's a great compliment for me because Danny's, I mean, he's at like 60,000 subs right now. So, you know, crossing my fingers, we'll get to that point. So I really appreciate that. Northwoods, yes, my distributor friend told me Brilliant Star Wave 3 at Leaf Celebrations ETBs end of April, early May. So for those people that keep saying that, I would love to hear the name of the distributors because I have 2 distributors and I haven't heard anything about that. So of course I believe everyone's sources, but I would love to know because if I hear about that from my distributor soon, then I'll be able to put up pre-orders hopefully relatively soon for those booster boxes. So I would love to absolutely know which distributors, and I can give mine a call and see if I can get it soon. Yo, what's up, Pokenomics? How we doing today? Yo, Pokenomics in the chat. What's up, buddy? How we doing, brother? Hopefully all is well with you. That's so funny, man. We're popping right now. We are popping in the chat. So, but one of the things I wanted to mention, dang, hey, it's been a while since, you know, hopefully this is Jake. Nice to see you, brother. We are doing well, though. Excited to have everyone here in the chat. Pika, it'll be interesting to see what the Pokemon Go PC ETB Plus means. Yeah, no, that's a good thing to ask, because I mean, you gotta assume it's going to. Man, well, we don't know speculatively. I can't really say much, obviously, because we don't know truly what the set's going to look like, and if it's going to follow like a Celebrations pattern, or it's going to follow that Detective Pikachu pattern. So I definitely want to hold off my reserves, but that's definitely a good question that we'll hear more about. Derek Rab, Northwood's in the house. Yeah, nice time sub to you as well, brother. Yeah, Northwood's awesome. Shout out to him, and shout out to Jake as well. With Pokenomics, obviously, I've mentioned before, one of my older videos, when I first actually was under 100 subs, he did an interview with me. Or I interviewed him, I should say, and I've been following him forever. So shout out to Jake as well. Super down-to-earth guy and has a lot of knowledge about Pokemon as well. So Spencer says, what's up, Pokenomics? Patrick Deppner, good afternoon, everyone. Eli. The retail stores in my area have been charging more than MSRP. A GameStop employee said I should report them to the Pokemon Company. Eli, the retail stores in my area. Patrick, what retail store specifically has been charging more than MSRP? I would love to hear more about that. Because if we're talking like a big box retailer, something like, you know, a Walmart or Target, yeah, that's definitely something interesting. I would definitely see about if there's anything that can be done about that. Because if they're charging like 60, 70 in ETB for upcoming sets, I mean, that's a little ridiculous. I don't know what their kind of code of like contract is. When it comes to how they're working with their distributors, but that doesn't seem right. So please let me know. Aiden, Wisconsin. ADE in Wisconsin. Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, obviously I live over here on the West Coast in Oregon, so I'll definitely need to give my distributor a call either later today or tomorrow. How many AR PC ETBs have you ordered? I've ordered about 30, I want to say. But please obviously take everything I say with a grain of salt. Just because I ordered 30 doesn't mean that, you know, this is going to be one that I'm heavily allocated into when it comes to my kind of pickups for Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes. Obviously, you know, I've been trying to pick up a lot of currently Elite Trainer boxes for Brilliant Star. You guys already know how much of a fan I am of these Brilliant Star Elite Trainer boxes long term, you know. So, but I've picked up about 30 to kind of answer your question. Babe, what's up? How we doing? I'm late, but you made it. Thanks for stopping by. John Doring, will you be stocking Darkness Ablaze ETBs? Blink twice for yes. Bro, I blink like 1,000 times. Yes, I will actually be stocking. I won't have a ton. I'll have about 15 to 20 that I'll be adding to the site. And I want to ask you guys, because I like giving a market consensus, what do you guys think is the fair price for the Darkness Ablaze ETBs? Obviously, the market retail value is about $90 right now. Obviously, it's going to go down. I'm paying about $30 for it as it stands. So you know how it is. If you spend less than $100, it's $5 shipping. So I want to make sure that I'm offering it to you guys at a good price. I don't think I can offer it at 40 just because it's going to be a little razor thin of margins. So I want to see, you know, 45, 50. What's an appropriate price, you know, that you guys think is fair before I kind of list them? Because obviously, as you guys are aware, I've tried to give as fair a price as possible. I like to communicate with you guys on kind of everything I do and be fully transparent. So let me know. Patrick says Walmart and Target. Yeah, definitely. I don't know who you would report to on that. I would do a little bit more research on that. But yeah, if they're charging, what are they charging, Patrick? That's another thing as well. But all I know is that Patrick recently went to my local Walmart and the pack prices have gone up 50%. So they're went from, or not 50%, sorry, 50 cents. So packs went from about $4.19, $4 depending upon which pack, and they're now up to anywhere between $4.70 to $5. So it's started to go up a lot because of inflation and the price of product. So it depends how much you're talking. I know Elite Trainer boxes haven't gone up yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they went up in the near future. So I'm curious how much they're gone up by. What's up, Seven? Judging by the art and the content being Pokemon Go specific, I can't even imagine the sleeve ETB art. Yeah, it's probably going to look, the ETB art is probably going to look very similar to, oopsie, let's close this. It's going to be probably very similar to the Pokemon Go design, if I were to guess. Is there a way to find out what MSRP should be? Haven't been able to find a list of product and their MSRP. Great question, Pika. So as far as it goes, if you're talking just general MSRP, what my distributor tells me is booster boxes MSRP is $144. Elite trainer boxes are $40 for MSRP. General pack prices, typically speaking, are around $420 if we're talking sleeve blisters. Sometimes, like I said, it's gone up recently, so Walmart is $470 now, I think, $450. I literally went this morning, so it's definitely gone up. So, but yeah, there's definitely, I feel like there's probably a list online. I grabbed one for 50, John says. Adrian says 30% profit. 50 is decent. I'd say average seems from 45 to 50 ETBs. My drop is to come out. Yeah, then what I'll do is literally I'm making this announcement right now, later today. I'll drop them for $49.99. And then obviously if you buy 2, then you qualify for free shipping. So I'll make sure to do that then. So, cause what's that? I mean, I'm getting them for 30, it's $15. Obviously, you know, the flat rate fee, that's about 50%. Then after fees, yeah, that's about 30%. Yeah, I'll do that. That's fair. That seems fair to me. I'd say I hear you say something occasionally makes me think you may be based in red pill. This correct, Augusta? I'm not going to answer that question just because I try not to get political on the channel. I just try to give my transparent opinion. Of course, you can always, you know, interpret that in any way you can. But all I will say is that a lot of my background is from an economic background. Whether you want to take it from one way or another, I've preached about my kind of overall theory in just general supply and demand economics, of course. Interpret that how you will, but I can't sadly answer that question. However, that is a funny question to ask. What do you expect the market to do for DA ETB reprints? I think, John, long term, I think you will see them drop down. Online, you'll probably see them go down to around 45-50. You could see them go, honestly, if I'm being completely honest, they could probably go to as low as 40. I wouldn't be surprised at all, because like I said before, went to my Walmart, they restocked this morning, Darkness Ablaze ETBs were there. So of course I didn't buy any because I'm just here to check to see if the product's there so I can report it to you guys. But that's $40. So if you went into your local Walmart, check them out. Local Target, check them out. So you can definitely find some good deals with that. And like I said before, guys, when talking about competitive rotation, if you're trying to get in on ETBs, which as I've mentioned many times before, you have the best, you know, kind of rate of return long-term historically when comparing the average of the booster boxes to elite trainer boxes. Obviously, we're talking about averages here. You can't always compare one-to-one. You're going to have a better long-term investment with ETBs, and considering that this is about to go out of the rotational format of D for the competitive style of standard sometime probably in September after, of course, when we have our Worlds, then this is going to be really more than likely your last opportunity to get this reprint at an amazing price before you start to see Darkness Ablaze go up, and then of course Vivid ETBs when they get their initial reprint in May, and then obviously Shining Fates I've talked about before, they got the reprint. This is about probably as cheap as you're going to get it before it goes out of rotation, because it is still technically part of that D rotation. Babe says packs at my local Target are $4.50. Sounds about right. Hidis says 55 is a fair price. Like to hear that. I usually look at listings on the official Pokemon Go website gauge for MSRP. If we assume throwaway for BS is true, what is the bomb we thinking now? 100, sub 100. I would say sub 100. If we're saying it's coming out in May and it's March right now and people are going to be putting up pre-orders for it, I'm going to say what you're probably going to see right now is you're going to see a flat line for the next kind of month or two. It'll probably go up to about 120, 130. And there's two ways that this could go. Obviously, take everything I say with a grain of salt. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Could go two routes. You could say it flatline at 115, because obviously, as we showed in the video yesterday, it'll flatline at 115. You'll see it steadily climb. It'll go to around that $130 price point, and then it'll crash down to around $100 or sub 100. Or you could see people start to FOMO now, knowing that the news of Wave 3 is going to be coming out sometime in May, and you're going to see prices start to correct within the next couple of weeks. You could have two different routes. It'll just really kind of show how informed the general market is. If I'm being completely honest, a lot of the times markets are not super informed until literally a week before or the lead up to the overall release, because a lot of people just don't tend to do their research. So I would say I'm going to believe in the former, but I could be off base with that, and people will know more just because all of a sudden they see, oh, pre-order prices. But we live in that kind of American mentality where we want everything here now because of that instant gratification. But before I continue, I want to say one thing with Derek. Derek, obviously, we're here at the Peaky Blinders. Bro, I'm on season 4, episode 2. Bro, what they did, I mean, honestly, it makes sense why they killed off John, because he was an expendable one of the brothers. But I was so sad because one of my favorite characters in the show is Arthur, and I know the emotional turmoil he's kind of had to go through a lot, and seeing his brother die was so upsetting. Also, I think Gold and the relationship that he has too with the Peaky Blinders is sick, and kind of how his son just came and kicked butt, and there's like that kind of new mutual respect. Because I mean, let's be honest, like I love Polly like as a character. Obviously she's going through a lot right now, especially after Michael almost got killed, and you know, there's a couple things I disagree with her. But I definitely think, I mean, she, like Michael said, you know, without Polly, you know, Michael falls apart. And if Michael falls apart, then everyone's a goner. So I love the way Michael articulated that. So I'm at the point where, I mean, this show just is like fine wine, bro. It just keeps getting better and better. So I definitely like the direction it's going. But yeah, I literally, the episode where Luca came in and he just took out all the bullets and said I had a guy take it out, and he's like, we're gonna do this respectfully. I was like, oh crap, dude, that's crazy. So dude, it's great, and it always leaves you on a cliffhanger. So the show is phenomenal. Peaky Blinders, I highly recommend it. I usually look at listings on Pokemon website to go gauge MSRP. Yeah, that's a great point, Full Metal. Thank you for pointing that out. So that is actually a really good point. CJCH, oh, sorry. I can't read. Yo, do you think Chilling Reign has a higher percentage increase over time compared to Evolving Skies, or no? 100% not. 100%. I actually 99.99%. Obviously nothing's 100%, but no way. No way. I'd be willing to bet so much money that the overall percentage increase in Evolving Skies, I would be willing to bet if we not only had a reprint of Evolving Skies now, but we had another Evolving Skies reprint, like we had 2 more reprints, I would be willing to bet so much money that Evolving Skies will outperform. And that's not to say that Chilling Reign's a bad set by any means, because it's a pretty like mid set in the way in which, like, if you look at the sets that have kind of performed, it's not the bottom, it's not the top, it's somewhere in the middle. But Evolving Skies, in my personal opinion and a lot of people's opinions, it is number 1 currently of the sets in the complete, like, you know, Sword and Shield era. So I think it's going to perform phenomenally. I wouldn't be surprised if it followed the kind of pattern of what you saw with the strongest performing sets in, say, Sun and Moon era, XY era, and you could see it within the next 3 to 5 years being worth, you know, at least double to triple, conservatively, personally speaking, of course. So, I mean, take a look at literally what happened after the and I say after the rotation too, because it's still a part of the E rotation, which, so it'll rotate out next year after August, sometime September more than likely. When it does that, get that rotation out, then you'll start to see it kind of climb drastically in price. Probably follow a lot of the same similar patterns with Cosmic Eclipse, as you've seen. You know, the set came out in 2018, 2019, I want to say, and the set's already worth $600-700. So just saying, it's kind of crazy. It's gone up 10 to 20%. Product $5 slate. Yep. No, dude, Patrick, everything is going up, my guy. I think mini tent. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's kind of what's happening, man. Prices are going up because of inflation, man. Prices are going up because of inflation. You said Evolving Skies booster boxes were not worth buying at $150 because possible reprints. How long before ES is out of pre-reprint range? Well, actually, I just answered that question, Patrick. It is out of reprint range 2023 after the Worlds of August. That's when it's out of reprint range. So, because Pokemon Company, as we've seen historically, likes to reprint a lot of items that are about to go out of rotation. Literally think of all the items that just got reprinted. Shining Fate, Vivid Voltage, Darkness Ablaze. All these items are about to go out of rotation for the D standard format. So that is just that's just what's more than likely going to happen with Evolving Skies, either sometime, you know, near the middle to end of this year because it's a popular set, or at the latest probably sometime early next year because it's still part of that standard format until the 2023 Worlds happens. What's up, Vegas? How's it going, brother? Derek, Eli, what's the most cost-efficient way to ship ETBs, booster boxes, and premium collections, USPS or UPS/FedEx? So I can tell you both ways, Derek. So obviously, since I do ship a lot, I do get bulk discounts and quantities that I ship out in. So if I'm shipping out, so just take away that and just what that information I just gave you. and I'm just going to give you the general information of what is most affordable. If you are shipping typically around anything below 9 pounds, I would say, and 10 pounds even, and you can kind of try and check this out for yourself, but general advice, if you're shipping out lighter product, then typically USPS, especially when you look at dimensions too. Dimensions are actually very important with USPS. That's why I'm able to ship out a case of booster boxes for like 18 to 16 bucks depending upon the area. Sometimes as cheap as 12 if it's in my own district. So that's the most affordable way to go about doing it. Once you start talking about, 15, 20 pounds, that's when you go UPS, because you're going to look at USPS and they're going to charge you anywhere between 60, 80 plus 100 bucks, depending upon the dimensions, depending upon what you're shipping out in weight, versus USPS. They're mainly going off of weight and less to do with dimensions. So once you get to that point, you're going to basically be getting 50% less. Charge 50% less using USPS. So just kind of look. I can't give you the exact kind of threshold between what that kind of price is versus what the dimensions are, because the dimensions are more focused on USPS versus UPS. But if it's lighter, typically I'm always going to ship USPS, and I'll always compare prices once it starts to get to the heavier range, because once it hits that heavier range, that's when UPS becomes more affordable. I definitely FOMO'd getting BRS for 106 flat from my bud. Adrian, obviously, as we've just been informed, there is going to be a reprint. So yeah, 106 is not bad though, Adrian. 106 is not bad. I've said this before. I said my first buying point for long term is 110, and then second is 100, and then if it breaks below that, then obviously it's just a dollar cost average opportunity. That's just kind of my personal opinion on that. So 106 is part of that, in the middle between dollar cost average price points. So obviously we're having a reprint in May, so that's going to play a major factor on the price dropping a lot, probably to around that $100 price point. So, that's, you could be off $6, give or take, who knows? But end of the day, 106 is not something to say you FOMO'd into. If you FOMO'd into something, you'd be buying it at like 150. Dude, that's when I would be like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? But you're doing good. You're doing good. Don't worry about it. Hittis, do build and battle cases come out in every wave of product like wave 2 and 3 typically? Yes, Hittis, that's a good question. So what I have learned, and this is kind of weird how my distributor does it, but typically build and battle stadiums will come out around wave 2, and then, or just a couple weeks after release, and then build and battle, just regular build and battles will come out wave 1. However, for some reason, my distributor did not receive their build and battles until build and battle stadiums are released, which they were released on Friday, and they are supposed to arrive to me tomorrow. So for those people that actually did buy build and battles and build battle stadiums, I apologize for the delay. I had no idea that there was going to be a delay on that. So you should expect to receive tracking sometime tomorrow. But yeah, it's weird how they always kind of do it like that, Hittis. But dub spoilers. I'm sorry. I know. I just said you should watch it and then just spoiled everything. It's such a jerk thing to do. I stopped watching after they did the Mostly character. Haven't seen that yet. Oh, in season 5. Yo, I'm gonna skip through. Don't look. Derek, bro, yeah, stand by for season 4 finale. So crazy. Adrian Brody does an amazing job at the Mafia Gangster. I'm blown away by his acting in the show. Bro, he is phenomenal. Phenomenal. I mean, I literally was telling my girlfriend when I was watching it, he is something different. Chilling Reign should have upped hit rates to get long-term investors re-excited about it. I mean, to be honest with you, Crazy, from my personal experience, Chilling Reign has had amazing pulls. My first booster box ever, I pulled a Rainbow Rare and an alternate art. My second booster box ever with Chilling Reign, I pulled 2 alternate arts, a Rainbow Rare and a gold. And then my third booster box ever with Chilling Reign, 2 alternate arts and a Rainbow and a gold again. That's insane, bro. And I've opened about 4 or 5 booster boxes, and I've gotten nothing less than at least 1 alternate art, 1 rainbow, or 1 gold. So I don't know, man. I think that it's better pull rates than, battle styles from what people have told me. But also at the same exact time, I've had amazing experiences with it. Northwood Evolving Skies is number 1. 100% agree with you on that one, Mr. Northwood. Yeah, feel like why it's getting called Chilling Pain. Booster box at 85 right now. Dude, I think that's such, I mean, you know how people are. They're always going to make some Chilling Pain. That's so funny. I've never heard that. That's actually kind of creative. I mean, you know how it is. Battle styles. What do they call battle styles? I know they call, I know they call Rebel Clash Rebel Trash. It's so funny how people are, dude. I mean, bro, I think, don't get me wrong, I think Chilling Reign will perform really well long term. I think it's a good set for the most part. Obviously, it's been outshined by a lot of the really good sets in the Sword and Shield era, but definitely can't compare it to Evolving Skies. Sorry, not Roaring Skies. Yeah, Gage, it just got confirmed apparently. So I'll have to make a video about that and get a little bit more information. That'll probably be Wednesday's video, honestly. I bought 30 Evolving Skies booster boxes, 18 Celebration lunch tins for less than MSRP. To the moon. Shout out to Dub on that, my guy. I don't know what you bought your ESs for, but I would definitely, obviously not financial advice, not financial advisor, say that you got in at a pretty good price if you look at what we're at right now. And if you sell before the next reprint, then you're looking strong. And if you decide to hold for the next 3 to 5, you're looking strong too. Crazy Cactus. At Gauge Lavery, yes, but not all distributors get in Wave 3. Okay, that is something. If that's true, man, that's good to know because, like I said, I haven't heard anything from my distributor. So it's good to know. How many more reopens of Shining Fates do you expect? I don't expect any more. The reason why I don't expect any more there, Northwoods, is once again, Shining Fates is a part of that Wave 3. Or sorry, not Wave 3. It's part of the competitive style for D. And we can look at this right now. Because I've talked about this many times, but I'll show you guys right now for those people that are new to the channel, don't know. But 2020 standard format Pokemon TCG. So if you go to the Pokemon Standard Series format, the overall cards that are in the current rotation for 2020 season cards will be with D and E cards. So basically what that means is that for the season of 2022, aka right now, any card that has a symbol at the bottom that says D or E is going to be in rotation, and then starting next year, it will be E and F. So right now, as you can see, Sword and Shield base part of D, it will go out of rotation, right? So Shining Fates. So if we go to, if we just go to Pokemon sets by standard rotation, this should pop up. But the standard competitive rotation coming in, this is a little old. I don't think it's gonna pop up. But we should see this pop up sometime. Yeah. Standard format rotation. All right, so if we go to the, why is it not popping up? XY series, Sun and Moon series. Where's Sword and Shield era? Why is Sword and Shield not popping up? It's not popping up right now. That's bizarre. Here we go, standard format. So if we click right now, Shining Fates, we can take a look at the Shining Fates card and we can see that in regards to the standard competitive format, the cards you have, some of them are part of E rotation, some of them are part of D, but if you look at the general just Shiny Star V, the majority of them are in the D rotation format. Obviously, this is the subset, this is the standard set. You could make an argument there, Northwoods, that it could get another reprint because there are cards that are part of E format that are going to be a part of the standard set once the rotation happens and D goes out. But in my personal opinion, a lot of these cards are not extremely competitively viable, so I think it's very unlikely to happen. Of course, could be wrong. Take everything I say with a grain of salt, but that's just my personal prediction. And not to mention, Shining Fates are going for around $50 right now. I mean, you could buy them online for $50 or $55 on TCG Player, which, think about it, is you're buying $50 plus $5 shipping per box. So you're able to get it at, as cheap as you're going to see it before it goes out of that kind of rotation. But that's just kind of my personal opinion on it. Do you have any tips for spotting counterfeit amazing rare cards? The glossy feels that some of the cards are off. Could that be different in the print? So it's hard to say that, babe, because I haven't had a lot of experience with counterfeits with amazing rares. I've had experience with, sadly, XY era and Sun and Moon era counterfeit cards, because I do have a lot of friends that have kids that are into Pokemon, and they'll ask me to kind of take a look at their collection. And there's been a lot of times where I've heard reports of, yeah, they bought a collection online on, Craigslist or off of Facebook, and they got it for like $50 and they got a bunch of rares in it, and then ends up all the rares are fake. So I've had a lot of experience with those types. It's pretty easy to spot. It's usually a darker kind of coloring with it, but I haven't had a lot of experience with amazing rares, so I can't say that definitively, especially because most of the product that I get if not all the product that I get is straight from my distributor. So I haven't really had the opportunity to touch a lot of fake Sword and Shield Air products. So I wish I could help you more in that. Narwhal, I hear some people, Lord Narwhal, sorry, appreciate that. I hear some people are finding Shiny Fates under 50. Have you seen that? What do you mean under 50? Like, are we talking 48, 45? I know some people said that they've heard local game stores getting it for 45 bucks. And if you can find it for 45, then congratulations, bro. That is probably going to be the cheapest you're going to be able to find it anywhere. If you can find it for 42, that's incredible. Because that's literally below MSRP and you're getting it. I can't believe people are selling it for that cheap, honestly. Like, they must have to offload it quickly or something. So, because I myself was buying it for 35 bucks, I think. So you're barely making any margins on that. So, yeah, man, if you can get it for below 50, I mean, if you can get it for 50 or 55, that's an amazing price. I think Shiny Fates is going to perform super strong long term. If you can get it below that, oh my goodness gracious. Take my money. Vegas, I missed the beginning of the stream. Sorry if I asked. Have you heard anything of Evolving Skies reprint? No worry about it, Vegas. Sadly, we have not heard any news about it. Derek, is 25 about the average your distributor charges for ETBs? So it depends, Derek. If we're talking about general print of a set, so let's say, you know, Brilliant Star, for example, right? They are charging me about 20. Actually, I can tell you guys right now. I can tell you right now. We can take a look. Obviously, I can't show it on screen because that will be a breach of agreement. With my distributor, but I can say you allocated for you. Is this right? Allocated for you. Let's take a look. Let's go back to November. Allocated for me from Sarah. What did we get, Sarah? Nope, not there yet. Sarah, let's try it again. All right, so I was buying Elite Trainer boxes from my distributor for... Where is it? Where's the price point? $25.60. So basically 60 bucks. That's how much I was, or 60. So basically 60 bucks. Basically 26 bucks. However, please take everything please take this into go. Oh, Poké Data! Yo, bro, $20, dude. Shout out to Poké Data, dude. Sorry, I gotta stop for a second. $20 super chat? Oh my gosh, yo, dude, that's incredible, Poké Data. Yo, dude, thank you so much, dude. That is so, like, I'm already incredibly grateful for those such as Derek who have just donated $2. Like, I can't thank you guys enough for just donating anything. $20, dude. Oh my god, thank you so much, Poké Data. Holy crap, really love the info. Keep up the great work. I appreciate that, dude. That's incredible. Thank you guys so much. Oh my god, I'm taken aback, dude. That's crazy awesome. Thank you, dude. I'm so grateful and humble, dude. Awesome. Sorry, that really, wow, dude. Sorry, I just got so excited there. Holy crap, my face is hurting. Oh my god, thank you so much for that, brother. Shout out to Poké Data on that one. Holy crap, dude. What was I talking about? Oh yes, Elite Trainer boxes. Yes, so I'm buying them for basically 26 bucks. However, please be aware, if it is the specialty ones, it's about 30 to 35 depending upon what my distributor charges for rate. Sorry, I'm so excited. And then if there are reprints, my distributor will charge more as well for reprints. They'll typically charge for, like, the Dark Displays, like I said, they're charging 30 for them. So I am being charged more because they're a reprinted product, but initial wave one, that's when I'm going to get it the cheapest. But yeah, no problem. I hit it. Gee, Brutal Styles. There you go. There's the creativity with you guys. I agree. Think the hit rates are pretty good. I got an Altered Snorlax in a trailer. I think you meant to say trainer probably. My first box, just my luck though. Hey man, I had the same luck, so I think it might not just be you. Dally Red, hey, made it again at work. What's up, Dally? Thanks for stopping by, brother. Hopefully all is well. Crazy Cactus Battle Cries. Ooh, there you go. I see the play on words there. Trying to join the Discord. Description says it's invalid, expired. Let me fix that right now. I do apologize. Here, I'm going to try. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. Raheem made me a permanent. He made me a permanent one that was supposedly supposed to work every single time. But I think with the live streams, it doesn't become permanent for some annoying reason. So let's see if this. Hey, actually, I'm going to test this link out first. See if it works. Invitation invalid. Hey, Raheem, can you message me right now a valid... can you message me a valid Discord invite so that I can have it consistently be active whenever I post it for my new videos? Sorry about that. Fusion strike out. Yikes. Evolving lies. Man, crazy is just getting out here with the creativity. I've called fusion strike, fusion yikes. Hey, that's a good one. Man, you guys are creative here. Gotta get back to work. I'll catch the rest of the stream later. Thanks, Haley. Hey, I appreciate you as always for stopping by, John. Thanks again, and trying to survive and have a good day at work, brother. Tall Grass says Chilling Rain, Fusion, and Battle Booster Box for 75. I missed out. I actually had someone message me about that and said, because they were like, "Did you hear that they're selling for this much?" And I was like, "Yo, that's crazy cheap, bro." Yeah, they must have been desperate, bro. They must have really needed to get rid of product. Thank you, Mr. Raheem. Let's take this Discord link. Infinite. Gosh dang it. Can I just... No, can I just copy message link? Thank you, Raheem, as always, brother. All right, and then let's just change it to this. Yo, that ain't it. That ain't it, Chief. It ain't working. No, copy. There we go. Paste. All right, so my most recent video has now been updated, so it has the proper Discord link, and then the live stream is now properly updated. So sorry about that. I have no idea why I was doing that. But now we got that all sorted out. Do you think bulk is worth keeping? Been thinking about selling the store like Safari Zone, but the course of rates are really low. Lord Narwhal, great question. Not a lot of people have asked me that question, so I really like it. I myself have about 20,000 plus cards of bulk that I currently have stored waiting to ship out to Safari Zone, but I have not done so because they have actually dropped their current rates by 50%. So they were selling at one point for around 4.8 cents, and now they're going for about 2.5, 2.6. So personally speaking, you see the rates of bulk typically go up and down depending upon the demand. Obviously, with competitive coming around the corner, don't be surprised if the price of bulk cards eventually will go up as, you know, they start to kind of scale back on the demand because prices have gone down. So if it were me personally, I would definitely hold off because, as crazy as it sounds, there is a percentage to gain on bulk markets when it comes to times of demand for competitive play. So I think I'll probably start offloading it once it gets to that kind of 4-cent price point. So I got 110 in per box in December ES and 24 each, no tax on the lunch tins. Let's go, Dub. Love to see it, brother. Love to see it. 7, Elma, hopefully, if the trainer galleries in the Verse Hall squad are here to say the perceived trash naming conventions will disappear or not, because no pain to me to get a box at 85. The trainer gallery and the Verse Hall squads are here to say the perceived trash naming. Yeah, right. Hey, I understand what you're saying there, 7. I definitely understand that. I mean, the reverse hollow for trainers has been massive. People have definitely been enjoying it, that's for sure. So I doubt people are gonna say brilliant. I mean, you could name crap. Evolving Skies, I mean, they're obviously evolving cries. Like, it's not like they're saying Evolving Skies is a bad set. They're just making fun of it for the reason, obviously. Yeah, December was the month to get on ES, get some great deals on it. Yeah, I would not shut up about it on the YouTube channel back when it was at $100, but don't worry, guys. Don't FOMO in. There's more than likely going to be a reprint, and if not, then you wait for the outside rotation, buy one from the collection, and then there's always going to be other opportunities in the market. Never FOMO in, because the market will always present more opportunities in other products elsewhere. Dub, elbow cough. What are your favorite reverse hollow subsets throughout the years? Amazing rares, baby shinies, etc. Easy answer. Wrath of Zapdos, number 1 favorite set all time. Should I say all time? Reverse set. Cosmic Eclipse, man. I am a sucker for Cosmic Eclipse. I absolutely love the Cosmic Eclipse set. I think it's phenomenal. It gives me that kind of nostalgic from Gen 4, Gen 5. For those people that have been following me for the channel, Gen 4, Gen 5 is what I grew up in. So it's got the Arceus, Dialga, Palkia set, which is beautiful. It's got the Reshiram, Zekrom, and I think Kyurem. I know obviously it's Lord N. We can take a look and see with Cosmic Eclipse. But either way, the design on the cards is absolutely beautiful. Man, why is my itch Dude, it's allergy season, ladies and gentlemen. And my nose is about to start itching. But this card, I mean, this card is absolutely gorgeous. Like, absolutely love the design on this card. It's amazing. Lily's Full Force. Charizard and breaks in. You'll love to see it. Cynthia, one of my favorite characters of all time, as you guys are aware. It has that first gen love. Amazing alternate arts. There it is. Yeah, it is. It's just Reshiram and Zekrom. Beautiful, beautiful card. I mean, look at look at how much it kind of dropped though. That's so funny to see how much the price of the card has really gone down. So, but yeah, no, just absolutely amazing, beautiful set. So I would say that as far as reverse rare slot, this is definitely one of them. Call of Legends is another great one. I think that was the first set to actually do it. Call of Legends was an amazing set. Well, actually, it wasn't the first set. It was the it's part of the Diamond and Pearl era. But Call of Legends, amazing set, amazing cards. Absolutely love the shinies in this set. And then, how do you not love Stormfront? I mean, come on, guys. Stormfront, that's probably my top 3 right now, I'd say. I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, it's one word, I'm done. Obviously, I do enjoy and love Hidden Fates. It's one of the best sets of all time, don't get me wrong. But this is just a very nostalgic era and set to me, and I love the shinies in this set as well. So, just absolutely beautiful. I mean, the Drifloon shiny is incredible, and of course, you know, Charmeleon, Charizard, and the Charmander. Love the gold design on it. Pokedaddy, you're doing some stuff, man. Yeah, seriously, dude. They definitely, I mean, obviously I've talked about them a lot on the channel. My main 3 sources that I kind of use for information is mainly is TCG Player, Pokedata.io, and then occasionally I use PokeMarketCap. But yeah, I use their information. I use their, first off, shout out to Lord Narwhal for subscribing. Thanks for being a part of the channel, brother. But going back to it, yeah, they have a great format in regards to kind of keeping track. And we'll actually go to Pokedata.io. We'll give them a shout out since they just hooked us up with the homies. So for those people that actually are into information databases like myself, I do use them a lot. They're great, especially when it comes to Ultramodern. They have a really good informative database. My favorite thing, in my personal opinion, about Pokedata.io is our portfolio tracker. It's a very, very great tool for being able to keep track of your collection. Obviously, they take the dollar cost average of the item, so usually I kind of give a little bit of a percentage gain in my mind, an extra 10 to 20% of what my value of my collection actually is worth. But regardless, it allows me to keep a really easy, seamless, you know, tracker on my inventory. And so, as you guys, you know, saw in one of my earlier videos, for those people that are new to the channel, I made a video where I showed you guys a good portion of my inventory in my garage. But it made it super seamless for me to basically be able to go down, add it into the site, and be able to keep track of my portfolio. So I definitely recommend them because I don't think any other place does that. The only thing I would say, they're definitely still transitioning into adding in build and battles, but for the most part, they have most of the new product that they add on pretty quickly to the site, but shout out to them. Fusion Strike out. Yeah, I heard that one. Pog this one. Pokedata cheers. Good stuff, man. Yeah, shout out again to them. What do you think about the Ultra Charizard being higher than the Rainbow Charizard now? Let's take a look at that. What do I think about that? Well, that's going to be a new thing to take a look at. So high to low, there you go. It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all. I mean, if you just talk about historically what items have performed better in sets, you're going to typically say it's the alt arts are going to be the strongest. I mean, come on, guys. Most alt arts are going to be performing stronger. It's like the same argument of what do you think about the Arceus V performing better than the Arceus V-Star Gold? Like, it's an alternate card. All alternate arts have historically performed really strong. The only argument you can make against that is going back to, say, like something like Cosmic Eclipse, which we just took a look at. Cosmic Eclipse obviously has alternate arts, but it's a little bit different of a situation because it's not the same alternate art designs as we saw introduced in the Sword and Shield era. So you can take a look like a set such as Reshiram GX Cosmic Eclipse, and then there's the regular alternate or full art. You know, or you can take the rainbow versus the other one. Alternate arts were not that prevalent in the designs for them, although they're beautiful, don't get me wrong, they're not the same designs as, say, something like, obviously, which started with, you know, Battle Styles, Evolving Skies, Chilling Rain, so on and so forth. I mean, these alternate arts are beautiful, they're gorgeous, and so for the most part, they're always going to perform better. Like, look at the Umbreon VMAX, the Umbreon regular VMAX Rainbow, I think, is going for 30 bucks. Yeah, 35 bucks. It's just how it works. mean, not to mention, if I'm correct, the pull rates are a lot harder for the alternate arts in the Brilliant Star era. I know that we opened up almost 600 packs and pulled a grand total of 1 alternate art, and it was the Luminion. So literally out of 600 packs, 1 alternate art. It's a pretty rough set from pull rates if you're not including character rares, in my personal opinion. So interesting. As a general rule of thumb, does each subsequent wave of each set cost you more over time? No. If it depends, actually. That's a good question, Derek. It depends is the answer. If my distributor announces, hey, you have your allocations for wave 1, 2, and 3, they're all going to be the same. But if my distributor says, here's your allocations for wave 1, 2, and then a couple of months later, they announce that wave 3 is coming out, then they'll be a higher price. So if I know right away that there's going to be 3 waves, same price. But if they don't know and they tell me later on, then they'll increase the price. It's annoying, but that's just how it goes. I think $50 is more than fair per ETB. I like to see business make money, decent margins, so they can continue to operate and distribute product. Hey, I appreciate that, Professor. And then I'll definitely make sure to put it at $50 for you both. Raheem got that. Botman, what's up, Botman? How we doing, brother? Wait, Botman, I need you to message me on Discord. But I just want to confirm, because we had this conversation last time, if I'm correct. But do you want me to ship out your product now that everything in Canada's kind of settled down? Because I was looking at it the other day, and I still have it, and I want to ship out your product to you. But I just want to double check with you first, my guy. So, because it's been a while. I know you said at some point you were potentially going to be maybe buying more products, so you were going to want to bundle that. I don't know if you're going to do that still or not. But let me know, because I want to make sure that you get your product. Because it's been like a month and a half or 2 months, obviously, since your product was supposed to ship out to you. So please, I want to make sure you get your product. Let me know, my guy. Professor just went to my Sweet Talk the old woman. Oh, got a little insider information. I can't tell if Professor's making fun of me or saying himself. Hey man, you know those ladies, man. They know what they want. They want a little bit of the young stuff. You know, no, I'm just kidding. It's so stupid. Oh my god, such a dork I am sometimes. Yeah, of course, no problem, Professor. I'll take those brilliant stars. Ugh, that's for sure. So, did I ever tell you the time in which my girlfriend she loves brilliant stars first and foremost, loves the characters. Did I ever tell you the time where I was hanging out playing video games with my buddy and she just comes in my room with a wine glass in hand and says she's gonna pull the Charizard, opens 60 packs, and then just pulls absolute crap and just is like so depressed? I would thought that was the funniest thing. She had some of the worst experience with brilliant stars. Oh my goodness gracious, it's so funny. All hail the Great N. Heck yeah, brother. Great N. Such a great character development. For a game, too, like that with Pokemon, hands down, the best character development. Hands down, the best story in the Pokemon era, in my personal opinion, when you talk about the general video game. They did such a good job with that. How much aggravation is it to use distributors as paperwork, fees, etc.? Did you have a store before you started the channel? Yes, I did, actually, John. So I started the store, and then I kind of marketed myself prior to creating videos, and then I just started to create videos because I feel like there was kind of a demand for the economic side of Pokemon without the true first off, shout out to Andrew, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. I just saw that there was a demand for it, and I really felt as if there could be content that I personally could create. It's kind of like what you see with Danny Phantom or Jake from Pokenomics, or just any of these other YouTubers that just talk about economics in general, right? And obviously, as you've mentioned before, I do have that economic background, and I've really done a lot of research and studying into how their correlation is with Pokemon product in the general stock market, in the general crypto market, has really shown kind of how easy it actually is to predict a lot of these things. And then of course, since I do have that insider information as well, when it comes to knowing when most reprints are going to happen, when a lot of products is going to come out, I'm able to kind of relay that information to you guys. And so from that, I wanted to build a community for my channel. I wanted to build a community for my website as well, because long term, I've mentioned before, I do have that dream of opening an LGS eventually, but it was just something for me to really step in and try and grow and build a, relationship with everyone in the Pokemon community. And I can't thank you guys all enough that have been together with me since day one. You guys are awesome and amazing. But going back to it, how much of a pain in the butt it is, I've had a smooth relationship for the most part, especially with Magazine Exchange. Shout out to them. Shout out to my sales rep, Caleb. He's an absolute homie. Absolutely love the guy. Shout out to Sarah. He was great as well. She was great as well. Shout out to Sarah. And shout out to Marty. I know he's not working there anymore, but shout out to those three. You guys have all been awesome. Shout out to Magazine just in general. I've had a great relationship with them. Paperwork's not hard, man. You literally just they have you sign some papers. You just basically get your allocations each and every new set, and then you just try and build it up over time by making sure that you take what they want you to have. And if there's certain ones you can turn down, then that's okay. And if, for the most part, you're looking for booster boxes and elite trainer boxes, definitely make sure to try and put in as much as you can request, or at least you can handle. Of course, that's the most important thing that I've definitely learned. So, but the hardest thing I would say right now to answer your question really is just as it stands right now, John, just getting a distributor to sell you product, because it is still, for the most part, very difficult to get distributors since, the demand at the most part is pretty high. But yo, what's up, Purple? How we doing, brother? Hopefully all is well. Thanks for stopping by. Hidden Fates, horrendous fuss. Chris, I love how you have to put it in exclamation saying, I love the set. I swear, don't flame me. Don't flame me. Hey, man, you guys are creative. Don't worry about that. The bottom is not in yet. Hey, B, just heard news, apparently, according to our boy, Danny Phantom. Shout out to him. That looks like Wave 3 is going to be coming. 4 brilliant stars. So, just saying, sub 100 to $90. I mean, my video is now outdated at that point. Like, I literally just made this video yesterday. And I'm like, yeah, we could see it. Brilliant star Wave 3 announced per him. But, of course, from what we've heard is only certain distributors are going to be getting it. So that is going to play a factor. I'll let you guys know. I'll call and I'll give you guys some updated information. But I wouldn't be surprised. Like I've said, there's 2 outlets you could see happen with Brilliant Stars. You could see a flat line where nothing happens. It starts to slowly climb up. And then right before the print, it dumps down to 100 or $90 or maybe down to 110. Or you could see it start to dump right now because people are putting up pre-orders as it stands for May release. And then from that, you start to see prices really come down and crash. Of course, there's always going to be a premium on in-hand product versus pre-order product. So that's always going to be something very important. And as we know in America, we're a very much instant gratification country. So I think the former is more than likely to happen. I've been buying Minty Gold Muse. Are there any singles you're purchasing? As it stands right now, Dub, I am not purchasing any singles. For a while, I was purchasing an absolute ton of Charizard V promos from the Champions Path Elite Trainer boxes, because I think that if you look at the BGS kind of prices for what you're able to get in a PSA 10, in a BGS 10 versus a Black Label 10, and the rate of which you're able to get these cards at for like $5 to $6, I think when BGS opens up, even if they're charging $20-$30, you're going to be able to make a killing as long as you're hitting 9s and 10s or better. So, but I've started to slow down with that and really focus on sealed. Just picked up Slaking Reverse Hall from Deoxys, dude. Dude, that's sick, Purple. Yo, I love those reverse hauls from the EX era. They are something different. Yeah, freaking Raheem messaged me, and I was super late on it. I'm really sad. But he literally messaged me the other day and was like, yo, Drowsy Reverse Holo. You could probably snag one. He's like, guess I have 2 of these now. But I literally was asleep when he messaged me, so I was super late to the party. So definitely bummed out about it because there are some pretty cool cards, that's for sure. Yo, Julio, what's up, my guy? Everyone's sorry I'm late. Hey, we always appreciate you stopping by. So shout out to Julio. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Appreciate you as always. Dub, all alt arts always cost more than Rainbow's easy. Agreed. Umbreon is overrated, changed my mind. That makes me sad to say. I love Umbreon B. I mean, I didn't grow up with Gen 2. I grew up with Gen 3 as my first generation. So I didn't actually really experience the EVs until I got Fire Red, Leaf Green. But, dang, dude, I love Umbreon. I love Umbreon. I mean, my favorite, don't get me wrong. Ooh, who would have guessed it? Glaceon, Leafeon. But Umbreon's a sick card, dude. I remember when I got Heart Gold, Soul Silver, it was one of my favorite ones to play with. I loved Umbreon. So especially the shiny, beautiful. I'm more surprised that the Rainbow Rare was much higher than the Alt Art. I 100% agree with you on that one, Northwoods. And you saw that kind of fluctuation. Actually, I want to actually take a look at this. And we're going to see right now what's I hate how it does this. No, I messed up again. Champions Path. There we go. Here's another example where the rainbow's worth more. But to be fair, the rainbow itself is a VMAX and this is a V. And I remember at some point this actually was worth more. if I'm correct. So there's an instance where you can make an argument about it. Yo, I remember when this was going for 150. Yo, the Charizard VMAX has started to climb, actually. It's pretty interesting. See the Shiny. How the Shiny performed recently. Shiny hasn't climbed. Interesting. That's very interesting to notice, but this is something I kind of just want to point out. What are your favorite, top 5 favorite all-time sets? William. Easy, number 1. Raheem, you already know what it is. Majestic Dawn. Number 2. Arceus. Number 3. You guys already know. Stormfront. This is all XY era. Number 4. Man, top 5, dude. That's hard. I feel like it'd be easier for me to say in eras. Because if I said eras, I would say probably for the WotC era. I mean, it's hard not to say Neo. I mean, gosh dang it, man. Let's go with Neo. Oh, actually, you know what? Here's what I'm going to say. This is what I'm going to answer. Rather than saying my top 5, because they're all going to be in the Diamond Pro Platinum era. So that's just lame. That's just boring. But we're going to say just from each one of the eras. Currently speaking, Evolving Skies is my favorite. EX era, EX era, Dragon Frontiers. I would say probably, do I want to say Skyridge over Aquapolis? I don't think I do. I mean, Skyridge was a cool set, but I mean, come on, guys, with Aquapolis, how do you really beat Aquapolis with the Lugia? So I would say Lugia for the e-reader series for sure with Aquapolis. I would say probably if I had to go with it, you know, Neo Destiny, pretty easy to say that. If we're talking Sun and Moon era, easy Cosmic. Hidden Fates is in a close second. XY series, this might actually be surprising. I would say that from my personal experience, Ancient Origins, I want to put Phantom Forces in front of that, but just purely because it had the first silver card and it's a Dialga, and I'm a huge Gen 4 fan. But honestly, outside of the Mega Gengar and the Dialga, which that card alone carries it so hard, with the Ancient Origins, I love the Megas and the Lugia and the Giratina and the Mega. Like, it's beautiful, and they have the, you know, so that's a hard one to say, personally speaking. So that's what I would say, XY era. Black and White series, I mean, I would say Plasma Storm's a really solid one, but you know why it's such a solid one. I really do love Legendary Treasures. I would have to put Legendary Treasures up there. Call Legends is a series in and of itself. Obviously, it's an amazing set. I was a big fan of, was it Undaunted, I think, is the one that I love the most. Let's take a look, just double check. No, Daunted's amazing, don't get me wrong. It's which one is it? Hold on, I think it's Triumphant. Yes, Triumphant's my favorite. I love the Darkrai and Cresselia. This is my favorite, some of my favorite cards of all time. Sorry, and then let's go Final Era, Platinum Era, Arceus, easy, and then Majestic Dawn, Diamond Pearl. So that's it. Easy money. So Dragon Frontiers, Evolving Skies, Aquapolis, Cosmic Eclipse, Legendary Collections, amazing, obviously. Ancient Origins, Neo Destiny. Oh, I didn't even tell you what my favorite base set is. Oh yeah, easy. Gym Heroes. Gym Heroes, no question. I mean, Gym Heroes, guys, I love Gym Heroes. I think Gym Heroes is beautiful. Actually, do I like Gym Challenge more than Gym Heroes? That's a great question. Man, I'm just asking myself questions. Gym Challenge, yeah, what am I saying, dude? Blaine's Arcanine, how do you beat that? Yep, Gym Challenge is definitely my favorite of the originals. And then, yeah, like I said, Legendary Treasures, Call Legends, go with Triumphant, Arceus, and then, yeah, Majestic Dawn. So those are my picks. Those are my top from each era. So sorry about that. That was so long. I just spent so much time talking about that, but I think it's more fun of an answer. Battle Stinks, good one. Yo, Northwood is here. Yes, sir. Forgot to chime in about Twice Big Jinx. I enjoyed his content, but he's hyped every product. Stacking Tins, though? Stacking Tins? Stacking Tins are garbage. The set itself, literally, or the items themselves, all they do is they have 3 packs. Man, my nose is itchy. All they do is have 3 packs that they threw in a tin, and there's nothing unique about the tins. Cool, you got Evolving Skies, and I think, you know, Rebel Clash and Vivid Voltage. Great, you get 2 out of 3 good packs. Other than that, boring design. Really upset about it. So not good whatsoever. You're a beast. Good channel. Shout out to Purple. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that as always. Shining Fates has, sorry, Safari Zone has Shining Fates ETBs for 50 plus free shipping. Yo, I think GameStop does too, actually. So you might want to check them out. I remember someone mentioned that on last Thursday's stream. Love how my Leafeon Altar VMAX is the number 2 of Evo Skies, and I have 2 of them. Hey, that's funny, crazy. I'm over Brilliant Stars. I want to get some more evolving. I'm right there with you, Mr. Dylan. N was a great backstory, but have you seen the alternate Garchomp with Cynthia? B, that is going to be the reason why I get that card in a Black Label 10. Oh my goodness gracious. I am absolutely in love with the Garchomp Cynthia from a Radiant or Astral Radiance, which is more than likely going to be what it's, that's going to be what the set's going to, that's more than likely going to be in the set. Absolutely gorgeous card. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. That alone is going to just make me want to buy it. We'll just look up Garchomp Cynthia Astral Radiance. That should just pop up, right? So, because, dude, I 100% agree with you. I mean, look at this card design. Just absolutely gorgeous, dude. Just such a sick card. Yeah, a check, please. I will buy 100 of these. No questions asked. Yeah, yes, please. Beautiful card. 100% agree with you, Purple. I agree, Patrick. TBG had good content. Umbreon Altar from ES has only been going up. Alternate art from ES is so gorgeous. No worries, buddy. I'll message you on Discord. Awesome. Appreciate that, Botman. What's your opinion on the 3 fund portfolio? What do you mean when you say the 3 fund portfolio? Please elaborate on what you mean by that, Derek. How do you decide what you send into grade, and what cost would you be willing to pay to send in cards? That's a great question, Wrath. I think it really just depends on what the value I could get from grading the card. So if it's for my own personal collection, obviously for me, I have absolutely no problem waiting a little bit. I could easily wait until the, card prices go down to $20, $10, especially if we're talking about a card worth 100, 150 bucks in a PSA 9 or 10, right? Now, if we're just generally speaking about cards that I want to flip for profit, then obviously it really just comes down to how much I'm going to be able to make with the margins on the value of the card. Let's say the card itself costs 20 bucks, costs 50 to grade. If I get a 9, it's worth 70 bucks. If I get a 10, it's worth 150. That's not good margins for me. Now, if you say it's a 9, I get 150, and it's a 10, I get 300. Then those are better margins that are worth sending it in. But even then, I'm still going to take into consideration that the general market right now for PSA, BGS, it's just very oversaturated with Pokemon cards, and so the demand right now has been pretty high. And so I'm just going to be waiting. I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to say once it starts getting down to that $20 price point, then we can have a conversation about when I will be sending in a lot of my cards for grading with PSA and then BGS as well. So, but until then, we still are a ways away from that. So, B Purple, it's kind of ridiculous. Yeah, dude, it is beautiful. I know that's what B Purple said about to @Patrick. Oh yeah, dude, it's been climbing, bro. Reverse hauls from EX era. Yeah, be quiet about that, Purple. A lot of them are ridiculously cheap. I remember, I think I talked about that in one of my videos on undervalued items. What's your favorite promo mini Sapporo Pikachu? Ooh, that's a good question. That is a good question. What promo Pikachu do I actually like the most? Let's look up. Let's actually take a look at that. Let's take a look, and I will let you know. I'll let you know, because there's so many. I want to make sure I don't miss out on the promos. Let's see if I can find the... It's not going to tell me on the rarity. But are we talking just Japanese or just general promos in general? Because if we're just talking general Pikachus... I mean, obviously, when it comes to promos, I mean, the birthday Pikachu, the original WotC promo, I mean, it's iconic. I always loved, if I'm being completely honest, I always loved the, flying and surfing Pikachu growing up. That was something I felt was very nostalgic. But man, what is one I really like? We're talking straight up promos. I would say, dude, Sword and Shield one's pretty nice too. That's a hard one. This one, I think the Delta Species one, I really like that one as well. I would say Flying Pikachu from the WotC promo. But the only reason why I say that is because it's very nostalgic to me. It was one of the first ever WotC promos I ever owned. And I absolutely loved the design on the card. I think it's amazing. So, but that's just my personal opinion. But let's look at the Sapporo. Let's look at Sapporo Pikachu. Oh, that's such a sick card. Oh, wow, dude. Wow, that's a gorgeous card. I see why it's one of your favorites. Yeah, dude, that's a beautiful art design. We got the Alolan Ninetales. That's a cool looking card. I see that. B, Purple Fire Flames. Umbreon is the GOAT evolution. Hey, man, it's definitely up there. I will tell you that. Respect to the Umbreon fans. Right on, Purple. I see the appeal for sure. Is it better to invest long-term for 2 Evolving Skies booster boxes or 1 Celebration ETB UPC? CJ, I obviously do not have a crystal ball, so I really can't tell you on that. But considering you're saying 2 Evolving Skies versus 1 Celebrations, I'm going to say that probably since the Celebrations already is at a higher price point to get in at compared to Evolving Skies, I'm going to say Evolving Skies, both booster boxes are probably going to perform better long-term since you do have to. Take everything I say with a grain of salt. That's a very, very hard question for me to ask, for you to ask me. So I'm going to go with Evolving Skies, but that's not to say Celebrations UPC isn't going to perform phenomenally. But typically speaking, when you look at the general just demand of just product, it's a lot easier to move product that is, you know, in the hundreds of dollars versus the thousands of dollars. And UPC is going to be up in the thousands long term for sure. To be fair, it also has a lower supply, so there's an argument that it could go up faster because of how much of a demand for the set or the item is, as well as the supply on it. So, you know, it's really a toss-up. But honestly speaking, if I were to say probably Evolving Skies by a minuscule margin, but to be fair, there could be multiple Evolving Skies reprints coming up, and that's going to affect the price. That's such a hard one to ask. I guess I'll say Celebrations UPC, final answer, but it really just comes down to what's going to happen with reprints and then, you know, so many other factors. Like I said, that's a hard question to ask because they're going to both perform well long term either way. So that's what I would say. Get both. That's my answer, really. Love Espeon, Flareon are the best fall Vaporeon. Yeah, I love the original Vaporeon design for WotC era. I think it's really cool. Espeon's really cool from the WotC era. Flareon's cool as well. Not my favorite, but I love all the EVs, so it's hard to hate on any of them. Northwood says UPC. Yeah, that's obviously what my answer is, but like I said, do both. Derek, 3 fun like S&P 500 Bitcoin and Pokemon. Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, it's good. I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. I mean, you know, I'm a big fan of, I mean, personally speaking, I definitely am a fan of SPY, obviously. I really think that ETFs are going to be the future in regards to trading. So I do like that. And then Bitcoin, you know how I am with Bitcoin. And then Pokemon. I mean, bro, you're talking about, you know, going in all 3 of those sectors as a form of diversification. That's literally what I'm doing right now. So I 100% think that, I think that those items are great, personally speaking. So, but Northwoods, unless you're talking 10 to 15, yeah, I can see that for sure. Love Neo. Neo is great, dude. EX Dragons has the absolute most beautiful booster box art of all time. Let's take a look. EX Dragons booster box. See, that's the thing. Oh, yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah, that's a gorgeous booster box design. I 100% agree with you on that one. It's an absolute gorgeous design. Incredible sets. Do you open packs today? I do not, Mr. Brandon Kim. I do not open any packs today. I usually do it just on opening release of break days. I do have the break packs open on the site for purchase, but actually, I'm sold out of the Fusion Strike product now that I think about it. I don't even know if I have any break packs for sale. Now that I think about it. So usually what'll happen, how I will do it there to answer your question, is opening release date of a set. I'll usually do some breaks, and then occasionally if some people buy some of the break packs that are available, I'll do it on like a Saturday. But it's been a while since we've had any really that have been available. So that's kind of been one of the biggest issues I would say that I've recently had, is I just sell out of product so quickly. I mean, good problem to have, obviously, but I just sell out of problems so quickly just from the general sealed side, and then I also sell out of a lot of the product as well when it's opening weeks for my break pack. So I typically don't spend a lot of time after that because either the price has gone down and it's not as affordable for me to offer them as breaks, or typically the just demand for doing breaks is gone down a lot because it's not the opening week. B sense that's exactly where I have all my investments right now. Yeah, dude, literally nailed it on the head. That's exactly where I am. So, that's it, man. Shining hates Vivid. John's just coming up with them, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe UPS is going to blow up at 30th anniversary time frame. Yeah, I mean that's a 5-year prediction. I cannot tell you guys that. That's for sure. I was wanting to buy the Marnie Full Art from Sword and Shield base set for my collection. Is now the best time to buy, or do you think it will go down in price? That one guy, good question. I would say, generally speaking, my personal kind of opinion on that is just wait till after Worlds. You're more than likely going to see potentially some more sorted, and of course I could be wrong with this because we've already had the ETBs come into play, but I wouldn't be surprised if you saw some more Sword and Shield product, whether it be like loose packs, more ETBs being thrown in the market, a booster box reprint. It's going to be thrown on the market, and so you're going to see the price either go down, or you're going to see a little bit of hype lead up right before Worlds. And Marnie is a competitively viable card. Everyone loves the Marnie Full Art. So if I were you, I would wait till after it's out of the kind of potential of being reprinted, or more just Sword and Shield product being thrown out. And then 2, I would wait till after the tourney, because then the hype for the card is not going to be as big because it's going to be rotated out of standard format. Distributor told me today they're getting their last Shining Fates order. Interesting. I'm curious who your distributor was. If you did a reprint, what do you think they would sell for? If they had a reprint right now, it depends how big the reprint was. If it was a big reprint, $100 below, for sure. Just based off of what we've seen historically, I don't think it's outlandish to say $90, because if we're talking about what we saw with Vivid Voltage when it made lower highs in regards to every time it got a reprint, it just would kind of bounce high, or make a lower bounce every reprint and then make a lower low every single time it got its reprint. Evolving Skies will probably perform that very similar pattern, considering we're still technically in a downtrend in the most of the modern market. Yes, I was thinking the same thing, Purple says. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, dude, it's freaking gorgeous. I don't know what else to say about that. Garchomp Cynthia makes me get scoot about the black label. Yeah, dude, you best be believing I'm going to be shooting for that black label when BGS gets there, bro, because that's going to be one of my collection piece cards. Northwood, that's a good point. Didn't think about other milestones affecting the UPC. He brings up a valid point. I mean, when you do talk about the anniversary collection pieces, they are ones that are going to, of course, bring in hype. It's kind of like when you look at what happened with the Level X era product. A lot of Level X cards really started, I mean, they were going up already during the market, but they really started to climb. I mean, and they're still climbing if you look at how they've performed since Arceus came out and Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. So there's always going to be demand and hype increased around when something, has a correlation to an older product, because people like to think, hey, this makes me feel this way about something that I experienced when I was younger, like the 25th anniversary. So kids that are going to grow up in the 30th anniversary era as adults, they're going to think nostalgically back to the 25th anniversary and so on and so forth. So, he brings up an amazing point. It's just how it is, man, because this market is fueled by emotions. So, and nostalgia. I doubt EOS will drop much because the price will keep rising until they reprint, unless they do just a massive reprint, but I guess not enough. Yeah, it really just comes down to how big of a reprint. If we're talking a massive reprint, it's going to follow exactly what happened, in my opinion, with Voltage. If we're talking a smaller reprint, you can see it go down a little, but we don't know how small is small because they're not really transparent about how big the reprint size is. Not to mention, you're saying about, 40, 150 for an ES Evolving Skies booster box. So as I've mentioned before, I think it can go to 160, 170, 180 before we get that reprint, really. And if it does go to that point, that's going to really tell us where the market stands. Because the last higher low we got, or the last higher high, I should say, we got with Evolving Skies was 190. So hypothetically speaking, if we're talking about just from a general economics perspective, when looking at trading analysis on just like a stock chart or something, it could still go as high as those 3 price points I mentioned and still not have made a higher price point of above 190. If it hits that higher price point of 190, then I think that Evolving Skies specifically, and there's an argument to be made about the greater market of Ultra Modern, is going to start looking at a bull market. And you could also make an example of it too if you do see a reprint for Evolving Skies and the price does hold above 100 or even greater. If it does hit a reprint that brings it down to 120 after it hits 160, 170 or just current price point, that's another argument to be made about it making a higher low on the overall macro trend. That'll be a huge kind of example of showing strength in the market really reversing, and a really solid argument in saying that the bottom is more than likely in at that point. I like this. Like this might be a card that I pick up a lot of copies in Rare Plus. 100% agree. I really hope the pull rates will be low for that Garchomp. Yeah, I agree with you. It's always better to have a decent balance of pull rates when it comes to, you don't want that oversaturation. That's kind of one of the biggest complaints I've had, really, in my personal opinion, about the character rares. There's been such an oversaturation with a lot of them that it really takes away a lot of the kind of feel of pulling them. They're cool cards, beautiful designs, but when I pull a Vaporeon for the 10th time, I don't feel super giddy on the inside. It's an investment strategy I've seen recommended for people without a financial advisor. Typically consists of ETFs in U.S. stocks, international stocks, and bonds. Honestly, Derek, I think that's great. Not even going to lie to you. I'm not a big fan of bonds. I will tell you that. I think that the United States, this is just my personal opinion, I don't think that they've been good when it comes to paying their debtors back. So I've not been a big fan of bonds. Personally, not to mention when you look at the rate of inflation typically in regards to how much it's been drastically going up in the past couple of years and the rate of return you're going to be receiving on bonds, inflation is for the most part always going to outpace the value you're going to be returning on bonds. So I usually stay away from bonds. Personally, I can understand people wanting to get in bonds because the bond rate on what you could get does go up, and it is technically considered to be a more conservative investment, but I personally have always stayed away from bonds just because I feel like I'm losing money, just because you're going to make so much more money if you're generally speaking year over year investing in an ETF mutual fund, or if you're talking about, or an index fund, I should say, sorry. And then you're talking about just investing in individual stocks if you're talking large cap, But that's just me personally. UPS is going to flatline here till 30th anniversary. They will shoot like crazy. That's my prediction. It's possible. It's really hard to say, honestly. I don't think things are gonna flatline though, Northwoods, necessarily. I would say that, we're gonna talk about going into a bull market probably in the next couple of years. So flatline, I don't know. Technically, there are cards in, Celebrations era, I guess, that are going to be part of competitive format, but not really. So, yeah, I don't think there are. I don't know. I don't think it flatlines. I think it'll start to slowly go up, especially when we talk about what's going on with, the Pokemon Center Elite Trainer Box for it. It's already going up to 115, and there's been a lot of speculation about, that this is it. This is just the reprint for 25th anniversary. So who knows? But who knows? So I don't know. A best set Pikachu ever is Pikachu Gold Star. It's a beautiful Pikachu card. I can't disagree with you on that. UPC stock is very limited and sought after. I see that box just keeps creeping up. Yeah, man, that's just kind of how it is, man. Just general supply and demand economics. It will be interesting to see how it turns out. Yeah, I agree, CJ. Evo Skies to Money. Wait till the reprint. It will drop to like 110, 120. Darkness and Vivid did. I remember Darkness Display was the average 180, back in November. It was around 150 then. Dude, actually, Darkness Crazy went all the way down to 100. So, and sub 100 at one point. So, so many people will be chomping at the bit, buying up Evolving Skies reprints. 100% agree. What's up, Koga? Eli, have you seen the special Japanese Pokemon Center exclusive boxes? They have to be my favorite Pokemon product. Super expensive, though. I have not seen them. Japanese Pokemon Center ETB. I also want to make sure I'm hearing you guys, Northwood. What do you, when you're saying UPS, are you, I just want to make sure what you guys are referencing. So please make sure that if I know what you guys are talking about, because I'm pretty certain I do, but please make sure that I am understanding what you're saying when you're giving your acronyms for that. Are you talking about these specialty box sets, Koga? Are you talking about like, no, that's a, are you talking about the specialty box sets? Huh, send me pictures if you can, Koga, in the Discord. Latias collector stand up. Yeah, dude. I mean, they've got some amazing shiny gold stars. Love the Lodos Latias. Always entertaining. What's up, STC? Thanks for stopping by, brother. How do we get in touch for the giveaways if we won? Chris, if I have not yet responded to you, first and foremost, I profusely apologize. I've been really busy a lot. But as far as it goes, you can PM me on Discord. You can... Some people will reach out to me on Instagram. I will probably be the slowest. So here, I'll tell you how I respond the fastest. I respond typically right away on Discord, if not within the day. Then email, I'll sometimes respond within the day, sometimes a couple of days, I'll be latest. And then probably latest would be Instagram. So in order, those are kind of like the fastest in which you'll get a response from me. So, but yeah, you can do either three of those. Yeah, one day you will see that EX Dragon booster box live. It's really an art. Yeah, dude, I mean, that's going to be one of the booster boxes I got to have to collect if I want every one. Hey, have a good one, Northwood. Appreciate you for stopping by, brother. And let's talk about doing a live stream one of these days. I need to start having people on as guests on Thursdays. So, would love to have you on, brother. I think you're mentioning you're holding on your bulk submissions until the tournaments are more around the corner. How much increasing are you estimating? I think Safari Stones are looking at. I mean, that's such a hard question to answer, RSky. I'm not holding just until the tournaments. I'm just holding until it hits a price point of 4 cents or higher, personally speaking. That's just for me. I can't estimate how high it's gonna go. Because bulk, I don't have a long like laundry list of facts on what price points, you know, got up to at a certain point in regards to bulk history over time. So I can't really speak on that behalf. But all I know is I'm gonna look for pockets of demand and try and sell during those pockets of demand, typically lead up before. For one of the mods, can you guys take out, I see there's a webcam thing going on. If one of you guys can delete that, please, for me. But yeah, no, so it's really hard to say, but I'm going to just really look for those pockets of demand during, you know, certain times in the market, specifically, obviously going back to it, one of those being when the tournaments are right around the corner. So whether that happens or not, you know, who knows? Either way, I have my price point of 4 cents is what I'm kind of looking for. Not sure, but yeah, the rates at one point were almost 5 cents to answer that question. Yes, Mel, we actually talked about that not long ago. Yeah, Wave 3 confirmed apparently by Danny. So are the KFC packs really a thing? Just saw a thumbnail about it. Yeah, they are a thing. Are you invested in any ETFs? As it stands right now, Derek, I am not invested in ETFs. A lot of my funds I actually sold that I was invested in. And I also was invested heavily in individual stocks for a while. But I sold a lot of it and put it into the business. So, because I've been really trying to grow this. Would it be the best to wait until after Worlds for buying an ultra modern singles? Depends, that one guy. If we're talking about part of the D wave, yeah. If we're talking about part of the E wave, I would say E wave the 2023 after. So it just depends, because D wave is going to be the one that goes out of rotation. I remember when I FOMO'd into DA, you live and you learn. I'll hold until it gives a return, which it will. 100% agree, brother. It's all a learning process, and I'm here to help you guys along the way, because I want to make sure that you guys are definitely well informed in regards to when it comes to what you're investing in, and making sure that of course, when you do invest, you're not making emotional decisions. You're making decisions that are based on rationale. Oh my goodness gracious, Koga. Wow, dude. Holy moly. How much are those going for? Whoa, those are sick, dude. What packs are inside of them? Those are gorgeous boxes. Why are you not moving? There we go. That's gorgeous, Koga. How much are they going for? Yo, Travi, a little late to the party, brother. Who do you think you are? I'm sorry, good sir. You can't be late like this, good sir. It's not acceptable. Appreciate you for stopping by, Travi. It's good to know what a good rate is, though. Thanks for sharing for it. Yeah, honestly, 4 pennies. And this goes for literally how I sell on TCG Player. If I can't get at least 4 pennies for a card, I don't sell it. Because that's just my bottom line when it comes to shipping out individual cards. So for me, if I ain't getting at least 4 cents for a card that I can ship into bulk, then it's just not worth it for me. Because I'm putting in all this effort for no reason otherwise. But yeah, shipping rates and gas prices definitely are going to affect things. I agree. There's a Celebrations UPC for pre-sale on eBay. Fake news. I don't know, John. That's a good question. That is a good question. We can take a look at that in a second. But is TCG Player the cheapest to get a bulk of singles compared to using eBay? Yes, I would say so. Up till now, so far, I've been using eBay to buy singles. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jeff. You'll every so often find opportunities on eBay where you're going to find them cheap, but typically if you're trying to buy a mass amount, especially when talking ultra modern, yes, you know, TCG Player is usually the way to go. Is it time to pick up singles from Brilliant Star now? Will prices continue to go down? Oh my gosh, Shire, 100% now is the worst time to pick them up. If we're confirming a Wave 3 reprint for Brilliant Star in May, you're going to see prices absolutely dump. So I would say a couple months after that. I wouldn't wait till August. Anybody other bots want smoke? Yeah, right. Yeah, you should tell them, Trav. Yeah, it does sound like fake news, but we'll take a look. Do you invest in any ETFs that track the S&P 500 is worthy of long-term investment? That's a great question. I would say personally, Derek, yes. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I just love SPY. It's been performing so strong the past 5 years. So investing in an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, I don't see why not. But that's just me personally, of course. You know, it's outperformed just general stocks individually. And don't get me wrong, like I think of course diversifying is good, but I would answer yes with that. Thanks for cleaning out the chat. Mods are the GOAT. Yeah, shout out to the mods. Koga holding it down. Travi holding it down. Wisdom, what's up, my boy? How we doing, brother? Quick stop by during lunch at work. Have a blessed day, y'all. Hey, you too there, Wiz. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Yes, sir, Travis. Haven't had to do much, though. Yeah, thankfully. It just happened recently. So, Gamer Dustin, what's up, brother? How we doing? Thanks for stopping by. Hey, welcome. Newcomer to the channel. Round of applause for Gamer. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you for stopping by. Well, actually, I was about to say, so we're down to the final witching hour. So we're going to go into the last 5 minutes of the stream. We've been going for almost 2 hours. So here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Last 5 minutes. We're going to do the last 5 questions, and then I'm going to close up, and we're going to finish it all down. So let's take a look. First and foremost, because someone was saying that let's see some fake news. Pika, I'm back in streaming. Have you encountered a situation when you've lost quite a bit? Pika just saw, yeah, last 5 minutes, brother. Here we go. Quite a bit of money in a purchase? Oh, yeah. Well, it depends, Pika. It really depends on that. When you're talking about, have I lost money because I got scammed? Have I lost money because I just made a bad investment? I've had multiple. A perfect example was there was this individual called Canto Investments. I don't know if any person ever kind of heard about them, but Canto Investments was kind of a Patreon group that allows you paid into the Patreon group and you got to buy product off of the buyers list. And he had sent product to me, shortly after I initially ordered. So it seemed like a legit operation. Then come to find out, he said there was a lot of delays in product. And time kept going by and I didn't get a lot of my product. Eventually, come to find out, that he closed and deleted all of his information and scammed a bunch of people out of thousands of dollars. I myself lost around anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 off Kanto investment. So that is actually extremely depressing. You know, you live and you learn. I lost a lot of money off of it, but the reason why I lost so much is I was using PayPal, and PayPal has a 180-day policy in regards to when product it can no longer be refunded. If it's without that 180-day refund policy, then you lose the money. So he canceled literally 182 days, so literally 2 days after, and there was nothing they could do. So I lost a ton of money. That's a really sad experience that I had. I've learned my lesson. Obviously, it's a lot of money for a lot of people. It's a lot of money for me at the time. I was super depressed about it. Thankfully, I can use it as a tax write-off, but it hurts either way. So, but that's definitely a big example. Pick a number between 1, 2, and 3. We're going to go with 2. Shadowless, yo, appreciate the content. As a fellow creator, you have a similar viewpoint. What are your thoughts on Evolving Skies? Appreciate you for stopping by, Shadowless. What are your thoughts on Evolving Skies? Will these new higher prices stick, or it's a false hype? It's definitely not false hype. It's just the fact of the matter, we haven't had a reprint, and it's a very, very popular set. So probably going to see a reprint, probably see it go down. And then once it hits out of that E-rotation by the end of August of 2023, then it'll be your probable bottom for the set. So just, I think the hype is there, the demand is there, so it's going up. But I do think that as more and more reprints continue to happen for Evolving Skies, you know, we're going to see those lower highs, lower lows. But like I said before, man, if we break up above it, above that kind of that 120 price point, or if we, you know, break above the 100 price point as the next kind of base of when we get Evolving Skies reprint, or you see a break above 190, then that's just going to be, once again, just looking at history. You're going to make a new higher high, or you're going to make a new lower high. So that's where I'm going to really start to look at the bottom. But as far as it goes right now, nothing's been proven. I personally think that there's more than likely going to be reprints in the near future. Yeah, no, there's been no more reprints that have been announced. I 100% agree. But just going off of what history has told us, there is going to be another reprint. I'm willing to bet like big money on it, for sure. For sure. I'm sure there are some big names in Kanto investment groups. Please disregard the conspiracy theory, not actual facts. Yeah, man, it was upsetting, bro. It was definitely, like I said, live and learn experience. I feel like it's better to buy more expensive cars for grading on eBay rather than TCG Player, since eBay has pictures. I know TCG Player has it better for cheaper cards to buy in bulk, but you agree? I 100% agree with you, actually. That's a great point to make, one guy. I'm really glad you pointed that out, because I did say when buying bulk, and you're saying individual, so that's a good thing to differentiate from. So once you start getting into that kind of, you know, near mint on TCG Player for an older card, you can't really tell, because some people a lot of the times will just have older Pokemon card collections that they'll just have thrown on, and they'll just say this is what looks near mint to me, but in reality it's not part of the actual, you know, requirements that TCG Player has. So having those pictures will be huge. I 100% agree with you on that, one guy. Thanks for pointing that out. To a Squirtle, let's go. I kind of had a feeling. Pika, thanks for sharing your experience. Number 1 favorite listener. And I appreciate you as always, Pika. I always love it when you stop by, brother. So really appreciate you. Heavily investing in UPC, ES, and Vivid, and Brilliant Star. Those are going to be crazy good, man. Long term. I definitely agree. If you had to choose one product to invest in, what would it be? If it was going for $65, I would have said Pokemon Center exclusive. I would have said Pokemon Center exclusive Celebrations Elite Trainer boxes. But if I were to say long term right now, probably Brilliant Star Pokemon Center exclusively trainer boxes. That's probably the answer. So Pokemon, you're my Squirtle of my playthrough. You named me that, dude. I appreciate that, gamer. Let's go, my guy. Oh, that's so funny. I love that. Hey, dude, Squirtle was my first ever starter I got when I played Leaf Green. So it's a good boy. I don't think Evo Skies will drop below 120 even with the reprint. We'll see, Shadowless. I mean, obviously, like I said before, if we go just take a look at what's been going on, let's go to Pokedata. Let's go to Pokedata.io. They've got some good info on this. Let's go to sets. Just following kind of macroeconomic theory, Shadowless. Let's take a look and see what happened with Vivid Voltage historically. So you take a look at Vivid Voltage, the set itself. Actually, sorry, we got to go to sealed product. So Vivid Voltage booster box. So if you are really, I got log in. All right, let's continue with Google. Let's not show this for everyone to see. Awesome. So we just take a look and say to ourselves, you know, how has this item historically performed? This is only showing us data right before it hit that $220, $240 price point. That was the higher high that it made. Reprint happened. Went all the way down to 120. Climb, 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 climb. 150. Reprint happened. All the way down to $100. Now it's climbing. What is this? High, low. Lower high, lower low. Just following a trend. Evolving Skies. Evolving Skies booster box. What have we seen to start? Pre-order before the price. Hits a low. Then hits a high. Then hits a low. Then hits a lower high. What's next based on what we saw with Vivid Voltage? Vivid Voltage, a lower low. So as far as it goes right now, Vivid Voltage has been kind of the pathway or the gateway for a lot of the kind of ultra modern product when following, you know, is it making lower lows? Is it making higher highs? Obviously, you can make an argument saying Evolving Skies is a higher demand set, but as we've seen, Vivid Voltage was an extremely high demand set back before it got reprinted to the ground. Still a high demand set, but it's so much cheaper now. And they're more than likely going to do the same with Evolving Skies and print it into the ground for the next time they do a reprint. There is no reprint, obviously, Shadowless. Completely different argument than the demand for the set is going to skyrocket and prices are going to skyrocket, but based on what we've seen historically, it's going to more than likely have that reprint. And until it makes a lower high, and this is what I've said before, a lower high would be above the, you know, if it bottoms out either at $100 or above $100, then we're looking at a lower high price point or a higher high. If it goes above that kind of 170 to 180 kind of price point, then that's also going to be it. But all right, we got to wrap this up soon. I bought a couple Brilliant Stars 115. I'm waiting to cost average with the next print. Love to hear it, John. That's the strategy, baby. I agree. Definitely more Evolving Skies reprints because the demand that says 100. Yeah, no, for sure. Last week got my first pack of Brilliant Stars of Pulled Charizard V. Hey, let's go. That's awesome, Warren. That's sick, dude. I agree. I don't see Evolving Skies below 120. So much demand out there. Ready for it. If I'm wrong, I'll be quickly ready to buy. Yeah, like I said, man, it's really time will tell. And if it does, my personal opinion, if it does bottom out at above $100 or 120, then I will be more than likely making a video saying the bottom's in. And here's why. And that's going to be why, because we're talking about just general fundamentals on a chart. It's going to follow the same general fundamentals that you see in reversals in long-term charts. You're the man. I appreciate that, Wolf. Evolving Skies was able to hit below 20 with reprints. I don't see why Brilliant Star can't. No, dude, Brilliant Star is going to hit below 100. No question. Especially, I mean, I shouldn't say no question. Nothing's 100%. But no question if it's a massive reprint for Wave 3 or coming in May. That's what I will say to that. How do you balance buying sealed versus singles? I just really want a bunch of alt arts for my personal collection, so end up ripping more than I should. So Gavin, I've actually mentioned this before. I have a general buying strategy in which I do things. Wave 1, it's open to sell because that's when you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Wave 2 typically is usually when all of my sealed product that I held onto, I typically will sell right before Wave 2 is announced. And then Wave 3 is when I start to get into buying the singles because that's when they're typically going to be the cheapest, and then buying more sealed to hold long term after I made money off of the holdings I had from Wave 1 and then holding it on to sell at Wave 2. Time for the flex portion of the stream. I picked up a case of Shining Fate CPs for $400. Yo, that is insane, brother. Shout out to you, dude. However, I don't think it would hit below 100. And that's the thing, guys, is like I said before, I want to make this very clear. I agree with you guys. I think Evolving Skies is an amazing set. I think that if another reprint were to happen, it would be pretty hard for it to hit 100, 120, depending upon the size. But if we take, just considering the fact of the matter, that it went all the way up. It went all the way up to 190. And then from the reprint, went all the way down to 100. That's a 50% drop. Almost a 50% drop. So you tell me right now, with it being at the price point of around 140, 150, and it has the same level size reprint as it did for Wave 3, how is it not going to hit back below that $100 price point? You saw the same thing happen with every other set. And yes, Evolving Skies is a very high demand set. Don't get me wrong. But even if a set's very high demand, look at what happened with Evolutions when the booster box first came out. Look at what happened with Roaring Skies when the booster box came out. Historically, these sets, I mean, take even a couple years back, Unbroken Bonds, Unified Mind, they were going for $300, reprint $120, $100. That's not to say that this can't happen again to Evolving Skies. So that's what I have to, like, you know, supply will always outweigh the factors of the demand if the supply is going to be higher than the demand. That's something, it's just general economics. Of course, you might not say to yourself just based off of how it feels in the demand of the set, but the chart is not going to lie, you know? And I'm just basing off of what the chart's telling me. Charts can, of course, change. And if the chart tells us that, you know, we make that 100 price point, make that 120 price point, that's the new low, then like I said, it's a reversal. And then we start to look at like higher highs and higher lows from then on at that point out, and then you make that argument. But as far as it goes right now, the charts are still showing us we're in a downtrend, guys. And this is just basic general economic theory in regards to trend chart analysis when looking at things such as stocks and cryptos and other things. All right. All right. All right, so we've been going for a little bit over than what I said I would go over for 7 minutes. So, of course, I would love to talk more about this topic, and we'll save that actually for Thursday's stream. I can make that the actual title of the video because I think this is a good topic to talk about because this is all hypothetical. Obviously, I'd love to hear your guys' arguments as well on why you think that Evolving Skies potentially could not get into that, you know, $100, $120 price point. Obviously, I've kind of made my case for it, and we can have a back and forth discussion because I love these constructive, you know, discussions. Obviously, we're talking about if it had a reprint right now. If the price goes up to 180, 190, completely different argument if it had a reprint then, or a reprint then, but only time will tell. So I would love to hear your guys' arguments. If you want to leave it in the comment section down below, or if you want to leave that discussion for next Thursday, I'd really appreciate it because I think it'll be a fun one, definitely to discuss as we get sooner, or as we get closer and closer to hearing about if there will eventually be an Evolving Skies reprint confirmed. But as far as it goes, I've already been 8 minutes over. I want to just give a shout out once again to everyone. Shout out to Polkadot.io. Shout out to Derek as well. Shadowless, love the discussion. John, love the discussion. Shout out to the mods. Love you all. Koga, Travis, Raheem, you guys are the best. Shout out to everyone else. Pika, all the other regulars. Can't thank you guys enough. Wouldn't be here without you all. You guys are awesome. And so I just want to say appreciate everyone so much for stopping by. As always, make sure to leave a like, comment down below in the video. And if you want to be entered into our weekly giveaways, just comment down below. Leave a like on any of the 3 videos we post each and every week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and as well be subscribed to the YouTube channel. But as far as it goes, guys, that is all I have for today's video. Thank you guys.